Okay, welcome to another Vintage League here. Today we're trying out Tokka and Rahzar from the new Ninja Turtles set. It's a nice aggressively costed, uncounterable, a menace 3-2 for, hybrid red-black, so easy to cast off one of those two Moxen or Dark Ritual, Black Lotus, etc. It's got a nice little ability where if your opponent spends less mana than the mana value for a spell, they take 3 damage. So like Force of Will, Force Negation, Pitch Cast, Bolus's Citadel, um, you know, Bazaar of Baghdad casting Hollow One, that kind of thing. That all, takes 3 damage. That can add up. So we're going to give this a whirl. Not think it's the most broken card in the deck. There's other ones I want to try, like a Super Shredder and a Lurrus deck I think could be quite fun with like Wasteland, Strip Mine, etc. That one's a little pricey right now, so we're trying out Tokka and Rahzar as the next Ninja Turtles card to try here. And we're putting this in a Jund Lurrus deck. So we're built around this card here, Breakout, which I have played before on the channel. I think I've definitely played it a number of times in usually in Hermit Druid decks. So it's probably on the channel somewhere from a while ago. If not, it's basically a way of, you spend a red and a green, you look at the top 6 cards of your library, you can pick a creature with mana value 2 or less, and you put it on the battlefield, it's got haste. So this is really good with any aggressively costed 2-drop, giving Dauthi Voidwalker haste, for attacking is quite nice, or a Mai, or just putting like a Collector Ouphe into play, or an Orcish Bowmaster is pretty decent. You can also pick up the Deathrite Shaman. But where this really shines, I mean, in a pinch, you can take a Bloodghast, but you don't want to. But where this really shines is you can give Hermit Druid haste. One of Hermit Druid's biggest issues is just a 1-1, and you have to pass the turn with to activate it. The Breakout gives it haste, so it just basically makes Hermit Druid, not care about removal. So you go pay red and a green, you get your Hermit Druid, then you can pay a green and activate it, which is pretty excellent. Even if they got a removal spell, you still get your triggers. Now we're playing the same combo that we did in my last vintage video. I played a Bazaar deck. No Bazaar here, but last time I played, I guess 10 days ago at this point, it would be Bazaar Black Green with this combo in there. That video was, quite strong, a nice positive record finish in that league, which is pretty good. We're playing the same combo there, here. So you activate Hermit Druid, that puts your Creeping Chills into your graveyard from your library. Your opponent takes, if you have all 4 in your deck, 12 damage. So right away they're down to 8, assuming you got all, 4 Creeping Chills in your deck. And they've taken no other damage from other stuff. Now, if you play a land, the land triggers Bloodghast. Bloodghast comes back into play, and it's got haste because they've taken, they're down below 10 or less life. They're at 8, with the 4 Creeping Chills. Then you get swing for 8 for the win. So in theory, we can go turn 1, Hermit Druid off of land Mox. Turn 2, activate, play a land, win, which is pretty cool. So that's kind of our crux of the deck here, the most powerful thing we can do. And if we're not doing that, we are just playing out our hate bears, basically. I'm gonna try and grind games that way. 3 Dauthi Voidwalkers, nice unblockable damage. Graveyard hate, pretty good. Orcish Bowmasters, obviously, both of those are great with Lurrus, being able to replay them from the yard. 3 Mai is one of the newest hate bears and one of the strongest in mono black decks in Vintage. Really good against stuff like PO, Breach, jewel shops, that kind of thing. And a 3 Collector Ouphe, again, good against a lot of the not graveyard, artifact decks. Raker is one of the top decks in the format right now. Jewel's quite good. And there's still plenty of Breach and Lurrus PO decks running around as 2 of the stronger decks in the format. Collector Ouphe gives us a solid chance against all of those. Also 2 Tokkas, like we just talked about. And again, you can pick up a Bloodghast off of the breakout, you just don't want to. 3 Deathrite Shamans as damage, color fixing, graveyard hate, very nice. Little bit of random other cards. We got like 1 Vexing Bauble as restricted, 2 Dark Rituals plus the on-color Mox and the Deathrite Shaman is kind of our mana acceleration package. 1 Once Upon a Time, which is basically like the 17th land, but can also go digging for like a Hermit Druid or something if we don't need a land. 1 Demonic Tutor, of course, we're in Jund colors. And then 1 Birthing Ritual. This is a fun one, especially with Bloodghasts. You can sack a creature, go find another one. This lets you find whatever you want. If your opponent's got, graveyard hate in play, you can remove your Hermit Druid. Otherwise, you can just kind of replace other things. So nice one. I've been this kind of a deck before. I've tried this in, Jund Hermit strategies before. As far as the sideboard goes, I want to be able to take out or at least thin down this package in post-board games. So we're playing on top of course, Lurrus. We're playing Gaea's Blessing. So let's say, we think our opponent is going to bring in Graveyard Hate in game 2, but we don't want to board out the whole combo. We can take out like the 4 Bloodghasts, just put in Gaea's Blessing. Then when you activate Hermit Druid, if you stack your triggers correctly, you can still hit them for 12 damage and then shuffle your library. I think you click the Gaea's Blessing first, if I remember right. And then you'll get the triggers, and then your deck will shuffle. So just turns a Hermit Druid into a 1 green, deal 12, gain 12, which is, not bad. 3 Soul Guides for the graveyard matchups, and, nice to loop with Lurrus. 3 Abrupt Decays, and then 2 Long Goodbyes as removal. These could be Assassin's Trophies. I was going back and forth. We're going to try these out. I haven't played Abrupt Decay in a while. Our 4th Collector Ouphe, and then 4 Thoughtseize for some of the combo matchups. And that's about it. If you got any other ideas for, 2 drops you think I could include in this deck, let me know. I'd be curious what you'll think. And yeah, also if you have any ideas for other Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cards that you think could be tried, let me know. There is that Sewer Valence cam, but that's, being played a ton in Legacy, and I've also seen it in Vintage, so probably won't do that one. I do want to do Shredder if the price come down a little bit. I think I want to do Krang as well. I think I've got a value vintage video out with this. My most recent one, that was a really strong leak, like Affinity and Value, $30 value vintage. I want to try this in normal vintage though. Got my other, cards I've been looking at here for Ninja Turtles. We can take a quick look at them. Anyway, yeah, this one. I think this is pretty strong with like Thunder Trap Trainer or something maybe, picking up like ETB creatures. 1 mana, draw 2 is pretty good. Trying this one today. This one's been tried in Oath. I saw like Miharu playing with this, which is pretty cool. And then Leo in the Vintage Discord. I think it was the first person I saw pitch it, so pretty cool one. This is a Lurrusable card, so I might try this in Lurrus. I like dinosaurs and stuff, so this could be a fun one. And like, you just have 6 mana lying around. You get 6 power that when it attacks becomes 8 power. That's not bad. In a Lurrus menacing kind of a card. And this one's interesting. I'm not sure what to do with it yet, but obviously taking a non-creature spell and giving it affinity for artifacts in Vintage can be extremely powerful with all the Mox and stuff. Again, I don't know what to do with this one yet. I'm still thinking about it, but that could be one that potentially sees a deck. And then I've played, what's it called again? Traveling Chocobo quite a few times on this channel. This is very similar to that. Traveling Chocobo has been really good, so I might try like a bug deck, or maybe just blue-green. Blue-green, either blue-green or bug with like Mutant Ninja Turtles, as far as like just the creature types, like the best ninjas, the best mutants, the best turtles, blue power and stuff. Could be fun. Yeah, anyway. I think those are the cards I picked out from Turtles that I could try, but if you want to see something else, let me know. And then see you in round 1. Okay, here we go. Take our Lurrus. Yeah, I guess we keep this. See what they're on. Yep. 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 All right, well, unfortunately, we did not win the die roll. We win the die roll. We win this game. Yeah. But unless we draw runner, lands, we're going to lose this one. Yeah, I mean, I'm okay conceding there. We start off this one on the play playing a Collector Ouphe. We just win. Oh well. I don't think we want our Ouphes because they're gonna have like Trinispheres and stuff. They can beat us out there. I don't think we want any of this kind of stuff. Try that. Maybe I should have some more Thoughtseizes in. Not sure if I made that in time. It's turn 1 double Bloodghast. I don't think that's good enough. Yeah, keep that. Play that. Take the Hermit Druid. Play this. Ancient Tomb. Sure. Patchwork. Yep. Play a Bayou. Get a Taiga. Play out the Hermit Druid. See what they got for us. Thorn of Amethyst. Sure. So let's cancel. Can we play Breakout, I guess, is this question. I don't think we can. We play Breakout. We don't have the land to activate, so I think we have to do this. Yes. 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 Play a land. Yes. 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 And we go to attacks. And we go to attacks. I guess they're reading our list. So now, presumably, they're going to bring in Graveyard Hate, right? Which is a bit of an issue. So I think we take out the Bloodghast, put in the Gaia's Blessing, bring back in the Orcs, bring in Thoughtseize, and try and play kind of like a mid-range plan. Don't know if that's good enough. I'm going to give it a whirl. I think they're going to play like Graph Diggers, which will hit this, but I don't think hits the Creeping Chill. Yeah, let's try that. If you would board differently, I'm curious, let me know. Where's I mean, this feels too fair. But these cards can gum up the board a bit, and we got lands, and I got a bunch of good draws. I think I do keep it. I think we're unfavored. I just think we're less favored if we mull. That's not good. Jeez. Here. Yep. Okay. It's a problem. That's a clock. Oh no, I should have fetched. Oh shit. Alright, that was a big punt. Okay, well, that was me playing too fast. That was stupid. I mean, we were probably dead anyway, but yeah, okay. Yeah, I should have fetched I should have fetched in response. We still could not have played a card next turn, but we did have potentially Hermit Druid breakout. Yeah, I mean that was stupid. Embarrassing. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, that'll do it. With the Wasteland, we were probably in the sphere. We were probably dead anyway. Just turn one Trinisphere. I mean, it's just very good, obviously. And they had it game 1 and 3. Game 1, we definitely win, and we're on the play. So, and I think that one was just matchup dependent. I mean, play draw dependent. Bit unfortunate, but is what it is. Okay, here we go. It's iffy, but I think we keep it. Draw a Mox, and it's not bad. Or, shit. Yeah, that's an issue. That does nothing to help us. I think we're just dead. That's what's that? Bizarre Keep 7. Mm-hmm. Do Bayou, Taiga, Badlands. Yeah, these Collector Ouphes are not what we want either. Bayou. Let's try a breakout. It's gonna get countered. Almost certainly. They draw 5 cards on their turn, and this was just comically unwinnable. Yeah, I guess, do we want the Orc or the Dauthi? Ooh. I think we want the Orc. I think we want the Orc. If you would have taken the Dauthi there, let me know. I'm curious. Maybe the Doubt. I don't know. These aren't in play yet. We can't ping them. Yep, you get the Revenge Finds back. Yep. 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 They got a Fury. I mean, we're gonna block anyway. They got a Fury, then they got a Fury. Do we try and bait a counter with a Mai? They have to have a Force of Will at this point, right? Maybe we just go for the win. Yeah. Guess we should have tried the bait. Fair enough. Let's kill the lizards. All right. Yep. I think we just try and play this guy. Do they want to counter a Mai? They do. Okay. Hollow one. Yep. Mm-hmm. What do I have? I don't have a Badlands. So I think we just need blockers. We're gonna play double Collector Ouphe. Just as blockers. Okay, that was weird, but we won. I'll take it, I guess. We just got an Orc into play, and that was good enough. Collector Ouphes are terrible, obviously. Maybe you want the Soul Guides instead. A lot of our cards are bad in this matchup, unfortunately. Let's give that a try. Countervine is not a big meta deck right now. That was quite the game, though. That was interesting. That's iffy. I think on the draw I can keep that. Alright, well, they got Bizarre. Not ideal for us. We would like to draw a Moxen, probably. Force of Will, Fury, okay. Bayou. Deathrite Shaman. Ooh, they got a missed it. Okay, well that's bad for the home team. That's also bad for the home team. I would like a Moxen. That is not a Moxen. I think that means they've got a force. Bayou. Taiga. Let's try and play a Let's attempt to play a Hermit Druid. See what happens. Thought that was going to get countered. It's actually not that great in play. Without a land. That's a problem. That's also bad. Does Demonic Tutor Dark Ritual do anything? You can hit them for 3, 6, 12 Creeping Chill. That's not enough. I think we just play the Orc. Embarrassingly. Okay, yeah, I'll block. No! Oh boy. This is bad. This is not good. I still don't think Demonic Tutor does anything. We can hit them for 3, 6, 9, 12, swing for 1, 13. Red, green. Oh, this is very silly. You got Force of Will. Orcish Bowmasters is a good one. Yes. $14. We're missing a chill though, so 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So if we swing with these two, they're at 14. So we can kill them then, right? If we draw a land. Indeed. But if they get a Vengevine in the play, we just die, I guess. But so be it. Mox Emerald. See if they counter that. So now I guess we can Demonic Tutor for a land. So I think that works. I think we can Demonic for a land. Hit him for 9. And swing for 6. I think that works. Let's see if this gets countered. Nine, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I think this works. Maybe they got a graveyard thingy. If you got graveyard hate, we die. Yes. 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 Play this. Trigger. Drawing the Bloodghast and the Creeping Chill did make this risky. Yes. Yes. Okay. All right. They can't block. They can block like one. They can't block all of them. So, yeah. Good games. That was an interesting round for sure. Off to the next one. Okay, here we go. We cannot keep that. I mean, we're not mulliganing that. It's not perfect, though. We have no Moxen, no Deathrite Shaman, no... Dark Ritual, no Vexing Bauble, but I think we're not mulliganing past that. Okay. You got it. You got a Vexing Bauble. More shop scammers. Jeez. Okay. Land would be good. Taiga. All right, let's see what they do here. If they swing and don't play a blocker, or if they use the tomb, swing, and only play one blocker, they might know what our... Okay, well, that's a problem. if they're aware of our, I played this in my last league, so if they're aware of my bullshit from not the last league, the last video I played the Hermit Druid combo with the Alright, so I don't think they're playing around it, which is good. But if you go back to my last video, I played a Bazaar of Baghdad with this Hermit combo in it. Cancel. But they're not playing around it, and that's fine. Yes. 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 Okay. Now we will go to attacks. Okay, that worked. But there's shops. I don't. That's a tough matchup. I think we want the decays. We want the long goodbyes. Since it's sphere shops, I don't think. Definitely don't want the Vexing Bauble. I don't think this card actually does anything. Unfortunately. Take out a Collector Ouphe. Don't think they're that great here. They might be able, depending on what graveyard hate they bring in, if it's like Cage, the Ouphe could be decent. The mice not. That's a tough matchup. Let's try that. See how that goes. I think we bring in Thoughtseize on the play. I think on the draw, we don't want them. I think. That's my current theory. Okay. No black mana. I guess so. Keep the chill back, obviously. Leyline of the Void. Okay. Workshop. Serpent. Sure. We got a take the Badlands. Leyline's pretty good. Leyline is pretty good against us. Mm-hmm. Serpent, yeah. Yeah. With the ley line, I don't know what we can possibly hit here to save us. Let's try it. Yeah, the Hermit Druid won't do anything. Like mine. But we'll let them go. So we can't really do anything here because they've got the Thorn. Could we have played a land? I couldn't have played a land right now. Well, that's dumb, because now I can't. Deathrite Shaman. Bayou. We obviously have to hit this. Let's get green. So we try and break out and kind of like go for like a big splashy win. 1, 2, 3, 4. If we get like a Dauthi, that would be like 7. Trample. Oh, it's got trample. So we have to kill one of these, I think. Oh, we can't even hit them. Oh, right. Oh, we're probably just dead then. We have to do the breakout. Oh, we hit ourselves with the breakout, don't we? Yeah. Okay, we're just dead. Yes. So we are just dead. Fair enough. Well, we tried valiantly. Okay. We could have blocked there. I'm not sure why we didn't, but I think we're dead anyway. I want Thoughtseize. I'm going to take out the Collector Ouphes. They're going to bring in Leyline. I think we take out the Bloodghasts. And we do try and play more aggro-y plan, where it's just kind of Hermit activate, chill for the win, and that's it, potentially. Try that. Yes. I guess so. Is this good enough? This is a weird hand. Hmm. Oh, this feels like a trap, doesn't it? These creatures aren't actually that good. This is super risky. Would you keep this out of curiosity? Individual watching, potentially? Like, turn 1, Orc Mai is not good enough, right? If you draw a land, like it might be. Ugh. Just loses to so much stuff. If we draw a land, though, and they don't wasteland us, like... This gets reasonable. The Mai will hit a bunch of stuff. The thing is that the orcs don't really. Oh boy. I'm gonna keep it for science. All right, we're just gonna play out our black cards, and we'll see how this goes. We really have to draw a land. Can draw a land, we're in business though. Work. Sure. Okay. That's something. Actually, do we Thoughtseize or do we break out? I think we still break out. Oh shit, I forgot about that. Yeah. I guess we do. Yeah, because we got the birthing ritual, so I want to keep it. Worm coil? That's not good for us. Stone coil. Okay. Well, that's bad for us. Sacrifice. Oh, we can't. This is the Graph Digger's Cage. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, that was a terrible play. Whoops. Okay, that was embarrassing. Well, I guess I should have tried to get rid of that Graph Digger's Cage. Golos. Golos is a problem. For sure. I think they kill us regardless, so don't think you gotta think too hard. We needed them to not play a creature there, swing out, and then we can win. That was like, basically they would have to punt and not play around Orcish Bowmaster. Yeah. We have to. Oh, we die anyway because they're 5/5s now. Yeah, we'll just concede. Okay, here we go. Um, keep. So here's the question: Do I just try and play Lurrus on turn 1, or do I go for, I don't know, my Dauthi Voidwalker? Because if they have a Force of Will, then the Lurrus, I think, I don't really want to run in the Force. Okay, well, I guess it would have been fine. Because they didn't do anything, but I didn't want to run Lurrus into a Force. But maybe that doesn't matter. Another Shops deck. Not what we want to play against. That is all we play against. Yeah. Sphere Shops is not a good matchup for us. Do we want Lurrus, or do we want Deathrite Shaman? I think we want Lurrus. That could be a mistake, though. Crawling, yeah. Sphere, okay. Not attacking is weird. So we can swing with the Dauthi. They can't block the Dauthi. We can play Lurrus for 5. I guess we do that. All right. Okay. Equipping it. I think we just take that. Maybe I should have just jumped. This would put us at 7. We take 1 on their turn, 1 on our turn, so 5 effectively. We had a Dauthi, we win on the spot. That's the only one where we win on the spot, I think. Do we just play a Deathrite Shaman and pass as a blocker? I guess a Tokka would work too. Let's have some fun. This has been a tough league. We're gonna have some fun. Let's leave a green out because that's actually because Hermit Druid works too. We're gonna leave a green up. Red, red. That's right. Well, I mean that does work. It does give away our entire plan. That's pretty abysmal. Oh. Jeez. So like they weren't gonna board in graveyard hate against us. Alright, so ideally we don't activate this. Okay. So we don't want our Collector Ouphes. Our deck is really bad against Sphere Shop. I'm not sure how to order these decks in the end, but we basically only played against Sphere Shops. I think we're gonna keep in the Tokkas just to try and push damage. Alright, let's give that a go. I guess so. I guess they're looking for Leyline. So that was I wanted to do a silly thing with the breakout. Ended up having to show them a A hermit. Are you mulliganing the leyline? What's happening here? The Gravedigger's Cage hitting the breakout. Does it hit breakout? I gotta. Rules are difficult. Yeah, it does hit the breakout. And our hand can't even win turn one. In theory, we could like go break out Hermit Druid land win, but because we have the Bloodghast in hand, we can't actually do that. Yes. 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 Ooh, okay. That is a problemo. Alright, well that's bad. Okay, well, we did everything we could. We're just getting destroyed by Trinisphere today. I thought this card was restricted. Sure. Alright, I could really use a land here. Ooh. Ooh, so you're saying there's a chance. Bayou. Um. Um. So. Hmm. Alright, well, I don't actually know what to do. How do we actually win this? We literally cannot kill the Golos. Jeez. So bad. We're not even really winning here. Jeez. This is embarrassing, to say the least. I hate Trinisphere. Maybe I just do this. Yeah. I don't know. Because we can't win with Hermit, not yet. That's really like our only way to win this kind of a situation. They're gaining life. This is bad for us. And that's bad for us too. Yeah. Maybe this was a mistake. Maybe this was a mistake. In for a penny, in for a pound, I guess. Oh, right. Yeah, I still think we had any way to win. The life gain was brutal. Crucible of Worlds. It's a problem. Double block here. They're just going to get a card every turn, aren't they? That's how this works. That doesn't help us at all, does it? Yeah, I'm just going to concede. I got the Tokkas. Or maybe leave. I don't know. I think the Tokkas might be better than the Orc. Maybe. Take out one Tokka. Dauthi can at least attack. I don't know. We aren't ready for this matchup, and we just keep playing it. It's a problem. Yeah, we got his Creeping Chill in our hand. That's not ideal. I think it's still a keep. Do we go for the breakout, or do we Thoughtseize them? I think it's Thoughtseize. Wormcoil, Chalice, Patchwork. Oh, jeez. I think we take the Wormcoil. Well, that was interesting. Are they going to play a Chalice on 2? Chalice on 1. Sure. Um, I think we just pass and try and kill them on our turn. That a good idea? Or should I just play the breakout anyway? Gonna hold the land. The plan is to We'll try this. Could blow up in my face. Big draw here. Saga. Scrawly crawly. Sure. I think we pinged them. So if we draw Hermit 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, I think we have to not block this time. You can play this for free. Hermit, 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 Hermit. Yes. Yes. Alright, let's make sure. So 3 chills is 9 damage. Play a land. Did we... Actually, we kept in our combo, right? Yes, we kept in the combo. I think so. I think it dies. Wait, do they die? Wait, no, they don't die. I think I screwed this up. I think I screwed this up. No, I don't screw it up. I think we're okay. I think we're okay. Yes. Yes. Yeah, I think we're okay. And then I swing. They can block 1. They will take 7. Yep. That should do it. They got an Ancient Tomb in hand. We know that. So good games. Yeah. Yeah, because they got an Ancient Tomb in hand, so they block 1 of the Bloodghast and they take 8. Yeah, trying it out. Obviously, the Narcomoeba Oracle package is the traditional way. Attack everybody. Don't get distracted. GG, thanks. GG, thanks. All right, good game. Okay, here we go. Get our Lurrus. And I guess so. Keep. Black. Try this. I think we buy our Lurrus and then we play the Orc turn 2. All right, let's see what they're on. This could be either really good or completely useless, or somewhere in between. It really depends what our opponent is doing. Emerald. Crypt. Talon Gates. Probably they could have a Talon Gates, yeah. Workshop. Reball. Okay. That certainly makes my play worse. Interesting. All right, we need another land. We need another land very badly. Yeah, there's the Talon Gates. That's bad for us. Jewel. Yeah. Red, black, Badlands. Mine does not have flash. This one does, though. So we can ping that. Okay. We're still probably dead, but we might as well play it out, right? Talongaze is such a good Magic card. And this is still phased out. It's kind of an issue. Because till your next. I don't remember how this works, but it does play nice with Time Walk like that. They were on 8 if they they won 1, lost 1. They have to try and win here because of Collector Ouphe, and we can swing, so whatever they're going to do, they got to go for it. What they need's a PO, because PO can pick up all their stuff. Three, 4, 1 ring. Okay, well that stops the orc, so that's fine. Ping our orc. If this didn't phase through the extra turns out, it would be not quite, way worse. Because now they can assemble Vault Key and win that way. And the ring means that they can combo through all this stuff, so pretty wild stuff. Because if we could, target them, I think we would have basically won already. It is crazy that Jewel can win through Collector Ouphe and Orcish Bowmaster. I'm just going to have 6 here. They're almost certainly won, but we're just going to play it out. we know they have a ring. They can play the ring. So I don't. I don't. I mean, it probably sounds dumb, but like, they can play the ring. That gives them protection. They've got 15 cards in hand. I don't understand. I want to see their hand because, like, I don't understand this. At the very least, they can play the ring. They've got 6 mana. They might have like an Otawara, not an Otawara. The Sink in the Stupor. And they got a top. They can spin. What are they talking about? Why are they complaining? Yeah. They got a PO. Okay. A lot of complaining there. It's always amusing when your opponent is salty while killing you. I figured we were dead. That didn't make any sense with 15 cards in hand. Okay, so still won that. We still lost that game. Even though our opponent did not think that was going to be the case. We want the Thoughtseizes for sure. What don't we need? I don't think this actually does anything in the matchup. It hits like Force of Will and stuff, but I don't think this triggers for Moxens, does it? I think we take this out. I guess Dauthi Voidwalker doesn't do anything. Let's try that, I guess. You would board differently, let me know. I think that's pretty reasonable. Let me just put this over here to make it easier to... Oh, no, we're starting. Okay. There's... Keep. Bayou. Thoughtseize. Argentum, Masticore, Tinker. They've got no blue mana. I think we have to take the Masticore here. And hope they don't find blue mana. Yep. Found something. Oh, Soul Ring. We knew about that. Oh, they found something. Crapolas. Okay. That's not fair. Thoughtseize is unplayable MTGO, apparently. Maybe they have. Maybe they have. Mine's just gonna die, I think, so we'll just play it out. Yep. Yep. I think we might be able to win this one. Take the Karn. So if they don't find a blue mana, yeah, so they don't find a blue mana. They can't kill this. They still have to pitch. They could just combo kill us, but like if they don't find the blue mana, they can't unable to scream it. What did they draw? Yeah. They could have found a Force at Will, which would be bad. Ooh, I think that works. All right, we got everything. We got the full. What's on our exile? Lurrus. All right, so I think we got the full everything here. So, yes. 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 Play a land. Trigger. Yes. 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 We go to attackers. Okay, well, that was pretty crazy. I know we don't have any counters now, though, which is not ideal. We have no way of removing the Masticore at all. Because I was considering having these be Assassin's Trophies, and right now I would much prefer the Assassin Trophy. Yeah, I would much prefer the Assassin's Trophy right now, for sure. And then we could actually kill the Masticores. I'm not sure. Kind of went with the Decay for like the Lurrus matchup, but starting to regret this now. That game went over really quick though too, so they got plenty of time to combo kill us this game. Alright, they kept 7. This is not keepable. They're keeping 7. I guess so. Not perfect. Mox Pearl. Lotus. Jeez. Vexing Bauble. Okay. Jewel. Feels like Jewel, right? Lodestone Golem. Non-artifact spells cost 1 more to cast. That jet would have been useful. Alright, well, that's also a problem. Okay, we've been bested in the arena of ideas here, apparently. Our turn 1, yeah, well, oh well. Fair enough. We just can't do anything, right? Yeah. Alright, well. Okay, so that was a lot of fun. It went, pretty reasonably well. 2-3, and then all of our losses went to kind of heartbreaking game 3s here. So I think, we were very competitive in all of our matches. 2 wins, two close ones there. Especially, they're ones like match 1. They, if we would have been on the play, we would have won that, first game. So things like that, can certainly swing it. Against, AWEP. We'll probably put this one at the end. This was a really long Jewel matchup. Against them in game 1, they were complaining they were going to lose because they didn't find another PO after a bunch of cards, but then they played at top, spun it, and found one and killed us eventually. It just took a while, so our opponent actually complained in this matchup and then still killed us, which is pretty amusing. I'll probably move that one to the end because that one was just kind of a long, drawn-out affair, but still a good matchup. Had 2 nice wins. And then another Sphere Shop. Sphere Shop, I think, is the toughest matchup. I think playing that a couple, I think twice in this league was difficult. That's not really what we want to play against, but we still hung in there. It was close. Take a look at the deck list. I feel like I actually think I want like Super Shredder or something in this deck. I feel like if we take out what I was feeling was like if we take out the Hermit Druid package, our deck just felt too anemic. Like we could like stall and the games and stuff, but we couldn't. It was really hard for us to push ahead, especially against some of like the Sphere Shops decks. I do wonder if Super Shredder or another like big creature, again that has to be like a 2-drop, could fit in here. I'll have to think of that. Like the Orcish Bowmasters, like it's a reasonable hate bear, but it just felt like it's not going to just get there on its own, right? This card was not amazing. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'd recommend this one. I don't think I can, unfortunately. I do love the idea of it. Nice uncounterable menace damage and everything. It's got interesting art on it, but I was very happy to side those out a lot. The rest of the deck I like. So I think like, taking out these, maybe an orc for like some sort of like threat. I don't know what that threat should be. Super Shredder comes to mind. If we're not playing Wastelands, we'd have to rejigger the mana base to play Wastelands. If you cut Breakout, that would get really easy. You could just play like a black-green version of this deck with Wastelands and Super Shredder. That could be interesting. I don't know. It's hard to say. I do think what we were missing was some sort of like other threat. And they don't even have to be in the main deck. These could just be like Super Shredders, and you have some other threat in the sideboard that you bring in when you take out the Bloodghast and stuff, or the Hermits. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, overall, I think the idea is interesting. I think it's a fun one to play around with. I think this deck's like fine to try as it is if you want to, except for the Tokkas. I would take the Tokkas out. Yeah, if you want to try this deck, give it a whirl. Just try and figure out some other threat to put in there. And yeah, that's about it. All right. See you next time.